Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back to Kingdom Farts, fill me with everlasting fartness.
That sounds like a weird fetish.
Did you see Donald, like,
oh god, I got it! He was doing okay. Dude, he was doing okay.
What are you doing? Okay.
He was doing okay. Yo, okay, so I got recommended a fucking video for, it was like the history of Transformers.
Beautiful.
But it was like every toy released in 1984. So like the first set, the first original set that came out with the TV show, like the one where Megatron still turned into a gun that looked like a totally real gun and not a toy. It's
some interesting decisions, if you ask me.
The one that came with its own sniper scope and brace for your arm, like it was a real fucking gun, and silencer looking thing too.
Interesting.
Fucking,
if
the
you ask
80s
me,
were a good time to be alive.
Okay. Do I want to go run about and do some crap?
Actually, what's cool is that I didn't even know this. The original toy was like actual chrome, like all chrome, like cast iron metal. So it's like real metal, and it's a chrome-looking cast iron is a chrome-looking metal, so it legit looks like a fucking gun.
That's like pretty awesome.
I'm like, man, they don't make shit like they used to. Mainly because people keep dying, but they don't make shit like they used to.
So I'm gonna run around and do some of these things to get me some stuff.
But it was really good. I recommend it to anyone who is interested either on the history of Transformers or just likes looking at Transformer toys, because that dude did a fucking excellent video. I highly recommend it. But that being said, as I was watching it and like going through it, I realized like, oh, there's like a lot of the toys in the original set were like just duplicates. They were like this straight up the same toy, but repainted. And I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
what's his name? One of the characters, one of the planes. There was
three of the planes. All three planes are like the same exact thing. And then when they released season 2, because I also watched the season 2 toy release video, which was 85 was the second series they released. But they did another 3 planes that were the exact same planes as the first 3 planes, but also repainted them with different plastic pieces to make them look more different, at least.
I'll take it.
They also had
Dude, that's why we have Starscream and oh god, I had looked this up myself because I think YouTube recommended the same video to me.
Of course.
And I was just like, yeah, this is awesome. And I was like, wow, they did a lot of the same.
I like the fact that Starscream was supposed to be the original actual head of the villains. That's why Megatron turns into a gun that he uses. But then they changed it last minute.
Yeah.
Guns are bad, kids.
Guns are bad.
Dude, there's something so weird to me about the fact that, like, there's a ton of shit in this room that's, like, half modeled, and then half of it is just painted onto the fucking walls.
It's because we knocked it back into the wall. You remember that from 20 episodes ago, Chris?
That wasn't in this game.
It was.
That was the previous game where we knocked... Oh, no, you're right, it was.
Wait till we get into Kingdom Hearts 2, Chris. It's all gonna start blending together.
It really... It already does.
It's not even bad yet. We're not even on the movies where it all starts blending even more together.
No, I was gonna say, what do you mean it blends all together? I've seen all of this before. It was in the one where you played as the girl, the blonde one. I think her name was Alice. Oh god, that wasn't the game. Are we just going back through worlds to grab more stuff? Is that what's going on? Okay.
So if you want to, whatever you want to talk about, Chris, because we're not going to get any plot for a while.
Boy, there's not a lot to talk about this week. It's been a pretty dead week, actually.
Except for Ebola.
Except for... Wait, did you say Ebola? I haven't had Ebola in fucking years.
No, but the coronavirus is the thing now.
Yeah, the coronavirus. The fucking...
I was like,
except
I can get him with this.
Ebola.
I can get him with this.
I was like, whoa. You know what's funny? I just watched recently, I was just watching someone do a reaction. Do you remember Rucka Rucka Ali?
Yes.
Okay. That dude is funny. But that dude is... He's like... He makes super racist songs.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a problem with comedy racism, I wouldn't recommend him. But if you don't, I highly recommend his shit, because some of his shit is super funny.
I think they called it dark humor?
It's like super dark humor. I mean, he wrote a song about Michael Jackson, like right after he died, about how he like fucked kids. So the dude was like the pinnacle of like dark humor fuckery. Which
I don't know.
Okay. It's like the long pause of.
I was just like, how do I work these guys again? Because they had to be hit with a certain type of magic.
Fair enough.
That's more than my brain power wants to handle right now.
But what was I saying about? Oh yeah, so dude's content is weird, but it was funny because I just watched a guy do a reaction video to his Ebola song, and I'm like, man, the fucking irony of that. Yeah. It's pretty fucking funny. It's essentially a song about how we all have Ebola, so just fucking go with the flow. Who cares? And then it gets racist and then it has its racist stabbing points because, you know, it started in Africa. So of course he's gonna make some African jokes. But it's one of his better songs. I think his best song by far though is Go Cops. Which is just a song making fun of cops being racist and fucking treating minorities unfairly, which is hilarious.
They don't do that, Chris. No.
Dude, any song that opens up with "I walk up to the police in Detroit City and I'm like, excuse me, officer, I need to find some weed," and he's like, shit, so are we. Why don't you roll with me? We gotta go around pulling over some minorities. Is an excellent song.
Chris, Too Good Hansen.
Any song that opens like that is a great song.
You're too good at this. We're gonna get copyright infringement because you're too good.
Dude, we better not get copyright infringement for Rucka Rucka Alley. His shit just gets removed from the internet.
It's too real.
His shit crosses every terms of service YouTube has.
It's funny because that is too real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is
He literally had a song, I don't think it's... He literally has one of his songs ends with, or has lyrics where he says that it doesn't matter how many times you take down my videos because my army of 10-year-olds will forever upload them. And he's not wrong, all of his shit is still on YouTube up under, like, completely random accounts.
Yeah.
With, like, no fucking other videos except for, like, that one video. It's so funny though, because I'm like, man, I have not heard of his shit since like middle school, so I like ended up looking back and seeing some of his newer stuff that he's released, and some of them are so fucking funny. He had one that was so fucking funny about Trump when he was still running for office and he hadn't won yet. And he's just like
the God Emperor?
Yeah, the God Emperor Trump. But he has one of my fucking... It has my favorite fucking choruses ever, which is just like... When I'm president, he's like, when I'm president, I'll sell America to myself.
I remember that one now.
It's so good. That one's a fucking riot. That and Feel the Burn is also good from Bernie. And that's a burn from Bernie.
Don't know what this is.
I think you're playing Simon. I think you're playing the Under the Cup game.
Yeah.
It's.
That one?
Yep. There it is. Kill it! Kill it with fire! That one. I didn't see that at all. I could not see that at all.
Is that cheap? No.
Same spot. There we go. I'm so good at the cup game until they cheat.
The camera is terrible.
Yeah, like, you can't see where they go. They just go off screen and it's like, I don't know. gotta back way the fuck up, dude. Yeah,
middle?
Okay. Middle. It's like you're too close. You're giving them way too much of the advantage. To the right, but the middle one in the right.
Took too long,
I guess so, because I'm like... GG,
okay.
dude. GG, dude, you did it.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure I was right, though. I'm
I think you
pretty
were.
sure that was it.
I just don't think it liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the coronavirus is a thing, and it's getting worse, by the way.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watching this in the future,
where it might not be worse,
where it might already be self-contained. Apparently, it's getting worse, and I'm not surprised because like
it's in global now.
Well, it's in China.
Yeah,
China has the most people per square inch than
I was
any
talking
other
to somebody
country
about
in the
this.
world.
I was talking to somebody about this, and people are like, it's not as bad as people keep saying it is. And then I'm like, but it is, because there's more people per capita than...
Yeah, the reason it's
like
so bad is because of
there.
where it is. Yeah, like
if it was in America, it wouldn't be as bad.
It would be.
It would be more.
It'd still be really bad.
But it wouldn't be.
But it wouldn't be as bad.
There's not as many people in America.
Yeah. There's less people. I mean, America probably I think has like the second densest population though. So it's not like it would be a lot
It also
better.
depends where it is.
Well, it would be in a city. They always end up in cities. So that's why I'm like, it probably wouldn't matter. They always end up in cities, though. That's how viruses thrive. That's how the plague works.
That's how the plague works.
Speaking of which, we have the plague in America again, by the way.
Yep.
It's in California. Fun fact for everyone who's interested.
And the fact that it is still a thing is ridiculous.
Yeah. On the upside, though, we do have the cure for the plague, so it won't kill you, really.
That's true.
So, you'll be fine if you get it.
But Chris, don't vaccinate your children.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, ironically, considering where it is, it's probably the most likely to get your children, because, you know, it's in the fucking... Actually, in all fairness, I don't think we get vaccinated for the plague to begin with.
No.
Because it's so uncommon now.
It's also like we don't need to, because most people who lived through it have that built in already. Did that make sense? Did I phrase that right?
Yes.
Like, it's in their DNA already, so they don't have to.
That's kinda true. I don't think it works as well for the plague. I don't think you really build up an immunity to the plague.
It's not like build up an immunity, but it like... Your ancestors lived through it, so it didn't affect them as much.
They're less likely to be affected, essentially. It's just, they're less likely to be affected, but it doesn't mean that they can't be affected, essentially.
Infected.
It's that kind of deal.
Remember that game mode from Halo? Infected?
Dude, it's literally in everything now.
You're right.
It's in Call of Duty now.
You're right.
Fucking...
But people would just run after you with an energy sword and you'd be like, oh fucking god, I'm dead.
Yeah, see, I never played Halo.
Yeah, I know
well,
that.
actually, that's not true. I played Halo 2.
But you've never played really
like, quite
online.
a bit. Yeah, I never really... I didn't play a lot of online, and I just never fucking...
cared.
I never got into Halo because... I didn't get into Halo for the same reason I got into Call of Duty, and it's... In Call of Duty, you can kill people in 3 shots. So the game is super fast. And what always pissed me off about Halo is that you have an energy shield and then, like, health.
Yeah.
And it took for fucking ever to kill one goddamn person. And I hated it. I'm like, just fucking die! Why do I need to fill you with an entire clip of an assault rifle and then still melee you for you to fucking die? Like, just fucking die! Like, the fact that I need to use a full clip of a gun to just get someone in killing range fucking irritated the hell out of me, and I couldn't play it.
Do you want to go to Halloween Town? I'm done looking around for shit. I'm bored with it now.
Yeah, go to Halloween
Town or
no,
Aladdin?
No, go to Halloween Town. I wanna sing "This Is Halloween."
That's what I wanted to do too. It was a question, but I had my answer already.
Yeah. Dude, Halloween Town is the best thing Disney's ever produced. And not really made. I think this was supposed to be darker at one point. I forget, though.
like the story of it.
Yeah, or the art direction, maybe. I forget.
It's Dark World, like physically.
Well, it's made by the dude who. Oh god, what's his name? You're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just had a drip, so I was confused. Also, this is something that happens now.
I like the changing costumes per world, but I don't like that they don't follow through with it.
Yeah, it stops eventually, which I'm like, this is upsetting.
They don't even do it for like every world in this game, where like they really should have.
Oh, like this world they always do it. This world they always do it. They do it in Aladdin, not Aladdin.
Arabian Nights.
No, Ariel.
Ariel.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah.
They do it when you go to the Lion King world.
Yes.
Because you can't have humans running around with lions, so they turn everybody into animals.
Yep.
So.
I do know of all that. It's just weird. I feel like they should have actually followed through with it and did it for like every world.
I agree.
But whatever.
Oh no, there's an explosion.
I mean, I get like why you wouldn't do it for something like Traverse Town, because like that's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, some worlds it doesn't make sense. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. They're not threats, Derek.
Yep, I know. They will.
God, come on. They're just regular old, good old-fashioned pumpkin-headed people.
Where is everybody?
And now, allow me to introduce the Master of Terror, the King of Nightmares, Jack Skellington!
Are they really gonna do the whole opening? Oh, dude. It's good. I hear the music kick in, it opens up, and I'm just like, oh yeah.
If we wouldn't get an echo, I would
have
turned it up.
Yeah.
At this year's Halloween.
Till the dead of night.
Thank you. Thank you. But their movement still needs work. It's not scary enough. I want to strike bone-chilling terror. I'm going to consult the doctor.
The doctor!
So not in this one, but when we come back to this world in Kingdom Hearts 2, we actually end up going to the Christmas world.
Nice.
I think.
I like the,
I'm like 90% sure.
I never understood the mayor's dual face thing.
Neither did I.
Because they don't really use it for any reason at any point in the movie.
They do like once or twice. So
and I was just like, why is this like a thing? There's a lot of shit in the Night Before Halloween. Wait, what is the movie? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say the Christmas Before Halloween.
Yeah. The Nightmare Before Christmas is there's like so much in that movie that's like happening, and then you're just like, man, but what about all these characters and their fucking shit, and like what the hell are they up to? And then they just like never go into it.
I would love to learn more about Werewolf, dude.
Yeah, I want to know more about the expanded lore of this fucking franchise, but they're never gonna make another movie.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we can add a heart to that device?
Certainly. A heart's not all that complicated.
This is what we're doing. We're giving hearts to Heartless.
To make a heart, first take
I think we fight Oogie Boogie at the end of this.
We need the key to this thing first.
You know they made a Jack Skellington game for the PS2?
Yes.
And it's like actually kind of decent.
Yeah.
Which I was not expecting.
I feel like we had this discussion. Maybe me and you personally before?
Yeah, we might have had it. It's hard to keep track of. Once you record, over 600 videos, it's kind of hard to keep track of what you talked about beforehand.
I am aware. And it's why it's always good sometimes to have guests on.
Yeah.
Because then it's like an entirely new wealth of information you can pull from.
Right.
Get them to dance with me. So, the doctor and I are trying to improve the guidance system. He's quite a genius. Okay, Doctor, let's continue. The ingredients for a heart. Pulse. Emotion.
Terror.
Fear. Hope and despair. Mix them all together, and we have
It's a snake eating itself.
Yeah,
for Alton to stare. I like that.
It's alive!
You know, they really just wanted to make a Frankenstein reference.
Yep.
His hanging eyeball is a nice touch.
Maybe we're missing some ingredients.
So, something else that you're gonna
Let's
like.
try adding memory.
It's not. There's been a bit of it here,
Sally.
and I think there's a bit more in the second game, is world-specific enemies.
Yeah.
So, like, enemies you see in certain worlds that you don't see in other ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
this one, we'll see,
Sally's got the memory
like,
we need.
Halloween spooky-themed Heartless.
Yeah.
But in,
No problem. Sora,
in
would you
the
like
water
to-
world, we'll see, like,
Sure.
shark-themed Heartless.
Yeah.
And then... I'm sorry, Goofy. But
Shield sucks.
I need
Shield
Jack,
sucks.
and Donald, on occasion, will heal me, so...
Goofy sucks.
Goofy's actually the better one in the next game, but in this one,
Goofy sucks.
Goofy sucks.
Goofy just
In Kingdom Hearts 3, they changed it so you can have additional team members, too.
Gotta make you. It makes me wonder why they didn't just do that to begin with.
Because they didn't know how to program higher than 3.
Out of control. We can't
I remember when they don't remember IRL.
Gotta love this. You gotta love this emo ass Sora, by the way.
Everything will be fine.
It's like
You have
I don't even
nothing
think
to
it's
worry
the
about.
same version of Sora they
He's got
have
the
in the next game.
dark shaded eyes and everything. Like, ah.
Also, something I remember about this world is it's really confusing.
I remember about this world is that Jack is tall.
Ridiculously tall.
Jock Skeleton. Is the girl in this too?
I think so,
Sally,
but
whatever the
she's
fuck her
coming
name
at
is.
some point.
I just remember that her whole thing is like.
If my memory serves right,
I remember that her whole thing is that she doesn't have a free will.
except she does, and it's weird.
She's essentially like a slave to that doctor guy.
Yeah.
It's a weird concept.
I made you, I can unmake you!
Whatever, Dad. He was smart though. He made her an adult and not a rebellious teenager. So she's like, she was born into being like, yeah, whatever, life sucks. It's fine. He just whatever. It's no arguments, you know. It just works out better
Yeah,
for him that way.
like you do.
You know, you skip the whole rebellious teenager phase and go straight into the I gotta pay bills phase. I don't have time to be mad at Dad.
too real.
I gotta pay bills. I don't care anymore.
It's too real, Chris.
I forget who I was talking to. I had something like that. I was like, I don't care about petty things. The only thing I care about now is do I have enough money to eat and pay my bills. Outside of that, I don't really give a shit anymore.
Sometimes I remember this game controlling great. Other times I don't. It's mostly the don't.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it's mostly not, right? Because you know Marilyn Manson did a cover of This Is Halloween? Ugh.
I think so.
Did you know that Marilyn Manson also can't have a concert if his life depended on it because he keeps doing bullshit and then fucking flaking on his fans?
I did know about that, actually.
It's
It's not this way.
he falls in that unfortunate category where you're like, man, he makes some good shit, but he's just so fucking bad at actually doing anything other than like being a piece of shit right now. So
Let's
I
check
guess
this
whatever.
place, too. Once the Heartless are far away.
Oh, actually, I do have something to kind of talk about. Do you know they wanted to actually build a fucking Knights of the Old Knights? Do you know they wanted to build a Knights of the Old Republic?
I didn't know that.
Stupid bastard! I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Fucking. Do you know they wanted to make a Nightmare Before Christmas ride? A ride in the Disney theme parks that was going to be completely adjacent to.
Oh, here's the other enemy.
what the hell's the name of the ride? It's a Small World.
It's a Small World. No, I didn't.
Yeah, they wanted to build a Nights Before Christmas.
That would have been
water ride, just like.
That would have been terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, Zero's in here.
Yeah, they wanted to do one that was just like.
Oh, we're looking for Sally.
Yeah, I know. I know. I already knew that. There she is. We found her. Game over.
Yep.
No, everything's going great. We're going to have the best Halloween ever. All we need now is your memory.
Memory? You mean this?
You forgot. Forget me not.
Jack,
Yeah, the forget me not.
I have a bad feeling about this. Why don't you try something else? There's still time.
Nothing could beat what I've got planned. Once we give the Heartless a heart, they'll dance just
Also, I
as
love that
envisioned.
most of their conversations is Sally being like, "This seems like a bad idea," and Jack being like, "Nothing can stop my inhibition." It's
too real.
It's like every time Jack talks in that fucking movie. Okay. Well, alright, we're gonna have to call it here. We'll see you in the next part, and see you then. Peace.